You like TV? I like TV.
I do like TV.
I watch TV. And today we're going to destroy TV.
Okay.
That's right, kids. Destroy All Movies has a another little fun podcast. Destroy All TV.
Coming at
Destroy
you
All
from
Television.
Damn Junior Podcast.
Could be classic TV. Could be new TV. You never know. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Mostly,
So
mostly classic TV, especially
but
bad classic TV, which is almost all of classic television.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
For real.
Destroy All Television. Damn show.
Yes, kids, destroy all television. Get it at damnshow.co, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.
I haven't seen any rattlesnakes, but my drummer had one at it, and it like under his dog bowl where the dogs go out because it's raised,
Right.
and it was just chilling out.
Catching
Under
some
the
shade.
Did you hear
Yeah.
about rattlesnakes?
They're
They're
snakes.
learning not to rattle.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're adapting, huh?
Yep.
Nice.
Because that rattling gets them killed by people.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. It's fucked up is what it is.
Hey, welcome to Destroy All.
Well, you're Mr. Excitement the last 2 weeks with this.
What's up, people? I'm Richie.
I'm Jim.
Ken?
What's up, Ken? Man, we haven't you've been
It's like
busy.
tag team. Ken comes in, Carl stays
Carl's
out.
out. Yeah.
Yep.
Carl have another cat die or something?
He didn't
we
give
know?
an excuse.
No,
I think
he
he-
just
Wasn't he traveling?
was he? No.
No, that was last week.
Oh, okay.
I bet he didn't watch the movie, and I can't blame him.
Well, I envy him. Oh, God.
It's amazing they called this F9 because it lends itself to the
Yeah,
to
The F.
F9.
yeah. They should have called it "F yourself" or "effing bullshit."
Yeah.
Well,
Or what the F?
yeah. Well, we're talking about F9, the Fast and the Furious this week.
Yes,
Well,
I'm going to tell you right now, kids. I loved it.
such a liar. We'll do what we're watching as well. No real news. Please go to damnshow.co to check out our other fine podcasts, including the Lasso Personal Dilemma Squad, which is burning up the charts, baby.
Yeah, if you like Ted Lasso, listen to it. Jim talks about Ted Lasso.
Yes, I do. That's what the show's about.
It's about kids.
I'll listen as soon as I start watching the series again. Again, I'm just in episode 1, season 1.
Oh, okay.
So I don't mind you guys talking about it.
You can
but-
listen to our first recap.
All right.
Did you do the first season?
Not yet.
No.
No,
Oh.
we
Oh, you
started
didn't-
with this season. We just started the podcast.
Like you couldn't rock the whole do a full hour of just all
No. No, that's the point. We do a full hour of one episode.
Yeah, I know that, but like you can give it since you're already starting with season 2, you recap it just a quickly. You can't go back and do season 1. That's
Of course we can. Who says we can?
that's horse shit. You can't do that.
Why can't I?
You can't do that. That's bush league.
So you want my podcast to be only 12 weeks long?
I didn't. Is that the show?
What?
Is that the show?
There's
only
12
12
episodes in the season.
Then yes, 12 weeks long. That's what
No.
you get.
Then there's going to be 10 more.
Okay.
And then maybe we'll have like a trivia contest and stuff like that thrown in there.
Yeah. The cool thing about shows like that is you people are definitely just listening because of that. It's kind of like, no, but like I'm saying, it's like fucking tribute bands. I love being in a tribute band because I don't have to promote.
Kenny in the biz, it's called having a niche podcast.
Oh,
Got
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Why don't you talk down to him more?
I'm
the
talking
biz.
down to you.
No, no.
Yeah, in the biz.
I'm
I get
talking
it.
down to you.
Called a niche podcast. Whatever. You're in your fucking niche podcast that you're gonna fucking
That's right. Listen and learn more about Ted Lasso.
yes.
You'll
And he
say,
does.
how
listen,
much more? I can tell you how much more because the last episode was 42 minutes long and our recap was almost an hour 20.
Yeah. So I listened to about a minute and a half of one, so it was good. And then they go into like great detail. So yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's not a lot of work to listen.
And Jim, is it you and Ellie that are
Yes.
doing this? Yeah,
Yes.
cool.
So no, I mean it's a lot of work that goes into the podcast.
Yes. Check it out.
All right.
Okay, let's roll into what we're watching. Kenny?
All right, I'll start. Yeah. Narcos.
Oh,
You guys-
that's Netflix, correct?
Yep, that's on Netflix. It's about the Colombian drug lords, the cartels.
And it stars The Mandalorian.
And it stars the Mandalorian. Yep, Pedro Pascal, and the other guy, the guy from Logan, the bad guy that had the mechanical arm, mechanical hand.
Oh man, I saw Logan once when it came out, and I haven't
Right.
watched it since.
All right.
Yeah, he narrates the first 2 seasons of it, and then Pedro Pascal is taken over for a narration on the 3rd season. But yeah, that's that, and just some things with the kids. Old Looney Tunes from season 1 to season 12 so far. We've been powering through.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which Looney
I've-
Tunes? Any of the specialized ones, like Al Jolson?
No, none of the banned ones or controversial ones, but it's all
I
mostly
didn't say
the
it
old.
was controversial. I just said it didn't star most of the main Looney Tunes characters, but it was
No,
one of my favorites.
Which one? Which
It
one is
was
that?
with the owls, and the one wants to be a jazz singer, wants to sing swing, and the father is the father owl doesn't like it, and he wants him to sing opera. It's I
Nope.
want to sing like the sun and the moon and the
Oh, I
June.
remember that one.
Come on,
Yeah,
swing
no.
with a T for Tua, and I love you. I love it too. I love it to sing. Come on and sing like the sun and the moon and the Juna. With a T for Tua and I love you. I'm acting out the whole cartoon.
Yeah, you got it there. I do remember it, but no, I haven't watched that one yet, and I'm not sure if that's in one of the seasons.
Pete
Was that a
Puma?
black and white one?
Yeah, it was black and
Yeah.
white, I think. Yep.
You
I
know,
gotta-
and I looked for Pete Puma. There's been no lumps anywhere in any of the seasons.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
How can you have Looney Tunes retrospective without Pete Puma?
I know.
I have I think I have them all on DVD. My father-in-law gave me them one year for Christmas. So I gotta go find them.
That's cool. Yep. So yeah, that's it for me. Nothing else really new.
Richie,
Wow.
anything new?
No, so I have a problem. If I'm if I'm in something, I can't like start something else, and you know what I mean. Like right now, it's Ted Lasso. When Ted's over, I'll
Then you'll
figure
watch something else.
Right.
You
Then
have
I'll
to
watch something.
concentrate on one
Right.
series at a time.
Right. So I watched like when I just have to numb out and
Yeah.
throw something on. I
Mhm.
watched The Founder again.
Yeah.
Wag the Dog. Founder is a great movie,
Yeah.
and Chef. So that's what I've been watching. But they were only on in the background. I'm in the middle of writing,
Yeah.
so
I watched The Great Escape and
See?
Pacific Rim.
see?
Those are
Yeah.
my like I'll put those on
Yeah.
as I'm going to sleep or something.
Right.
And for the first time in a long time, The Great Escape woke me up with the machine gun fire.
Well,
I woke up. I usually don't. I'm usually out well before that happens.
Well, I've been falling asleep to a Relaxia app because trying not to watch TV before I go to bed or
Yeah.
anything. And I've been having some fucked up dreams. So I don't know if it'll make it in the show. If it does, fine. If it doesn't, whatever. So I had a dream Monday night that I was fighting these two guys, and I don't know why I was fighting them, but one said something to me, and it was kind of like, and both of them were like, I didn't start anything. They were like all tatted up and ready to go. And they were like, and one dude just came up to me, didn't say a word, just came up, started, throwing a punch, and I just took his head and I smashed it to the wall. And he was like, I'm Satan. I'm Satan. Like that was, so I was fighting Satan.
You're fighting demons.
Yeah. So he's like, you can't win. He goes, you can't win. Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know. So he was like, so I'm hitting him and I wake up. Anyway, that's what I'm watching. So yeah.
Me.
Other than that, yeah, go ahead, Jim.
I was watching What If again, the second episode of What If.
I watched it. I watched the second one, not the first one.
I watched both.
What's What If?
That's the Marvel series.
Oh yeah. I can't be bothered right now.
It was What If T'Challa was Star-Lord, became Star-Lord. It was Chadwick Boseman's last performance. He actually did the voice. The voice, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was quite a cast. There was a big cast in that one.
Yeah, wow. They had everybody. They had what's his face, Michael Rooker, and
Josh Brolin.
Yeah, Josh Brolin as Thanos. Yeah. So far, again, like the first one, it was all right.
Yeah, it was just all right. I mean, the way they made the Collector to be like a little more powerful than he was in the movie.
Yeah. Oh, and what's his face did the Collector voice?
Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounded different here.
Yeah, he did. It was. I don't think he was doing the exact same voice that he did as the Collector.
Oh yeah, he's one of those weird actors. I can't do a performance twice.
So it was okay. Like at least in this one, it didn't seem. In the first one, it seemed like the dialogue was being rushed. Like people were trying to say things in a short period of time. In this one, it seemed a little more. It seemed to flow a little better, but I don't know what it is with animated anything lately. I have a hard time watching it.
Yeah, I liked it. Again, this is just filler until the next series comes out.
But the thing is, I was a huge fan of that comic.
Of What If?
Of What If. Yeah, I loved What If in the comics. As an animated show, it's not a must see for me.
How about the trailer for Spider-Man? Have you watched that yet?
Yes, even though I said I was not going to.
Oh, you said you weren't going to.
Yeah. I said I was going to watch it, and then I watched it, and then I was kicking myself for watching it. I've seen too much.
I didn't watch it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to avoid watching it.
All right. Well then,
but I don't mind talking about it. Like it did it reveal a lot in the trailer?
Yes. It did reveal a lot.
Okay.
Way more than it should. Like they got to stop doing that.
I know. They showed really half the movie.
Right. They got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
And it's called a teaser trailer and they showed half the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
This was no teaser.
Yeah, there was a lot of everything in this. I know how it, the beginning, what happens.
Right.
It's
right.
like
the beginning, middle, of end. They basically showed the movie in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm
going, oh man.
Yeah. The only thing they didn't show in it was the after credit scene.
Yeah. Well, that's why after I watched it, I kicked myself. So why did you watch this? They just showed you the whole movie.
Did they announce a release date?
Yeah, December 17th.
Okay. Christmas.
Yep.
Right. I have to avoid everything until Christmas because there'll probably be 2 more trailers out and that'll be the rest of the movie.
Did anyone see the Ghostbusters trailer?
Yes, I did.
And?
I don't know.
Is it
Here's my thing. People remember Ghostbusters was a comedy?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. It's supposed to be funny. It made me appreciate the girl Ghostbuster movie, which sucked, but at least there were funny parts in it.
You had that joke with the wonton soup.
Oh yeah,
and that running gag in there.
Really? One wonton?
one just the carrot and the shrimp.
Yeah.
It's okay. Oh,
But again, Kate McKinnon made that movie. So if
I
she
didn't watch that
wasn't
one.
if she wasn't in it, it would be unwatchable. It was almost unwatchable. But there were some funny things about it. And Kate McKinnon was the majority of the humor.
So you're saying it's worth a watch?
I
At least
also
once.
liked Leslie.
Yeah, she was good, but like she wasn't as funny as Kate.
Sometimes she's overbearing, Leslie.
Yeah.
You know?
Not so much in this. This one,
Yeah, she did good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even Melissa McCarthy wasn't over the top as she normally was.
How about Kristen Wiig? Because I know she's in it too.
and Chris
She's fucking-
Helmsworth was fucking fantastic
Yes, he was.
as their secretary.
Kristen Wiig could be replaced with anybody, and it would have been the same movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, her
But
her being involved was not.
this was the first time we saw that Chris Helmsworth could really do comedy because he played like a mimbo and an idiot
Okay.
who's wearing the glasses without any glass in them. It was just the frames to make him look smarter.
Okay.
Look
Because he
smarter.
starts rubbing his eyes like through the glasses.
Kevin, what are you doing? Does that frame in it? No, just wear him to make me look smarter.
Movies.
So, all right,
And then let's get into F9.
all right,
It's
Fast
well.
9.
Instead of fighting the devil, let's talk about a movie where people drive like the devil.
Wow. All right, kids, that was it. That was Destroy Our Movies.
F9.
Carl knew something.
Yeah.
He
Carl.
didn't have to come on.
F9, directed by Justin Lin, starring Vin Diesel and the rest of the family.
Yeah.
Because it's all about family.
It's all about family.
But is this so? Yeah, I don't know this series so well, and I only know like the first one or two. But is the new guy? I'm not sure if he's a new guy or not. But the starting off as the enemy, was he in these series before?
No.
John
Cena?
John Cena. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no. It's
No,
his brother.
previously they brought in The Rock.
Right.
He was a government guy who was trying to catch them all, but then they wound up all working together for the government.
Right.
Right.
And
Okay.
then they had a falling out on the last one,
Yeah.
I believe.
And then they coerce what's his face to work with them, Jason
Jason
Statham,
Statham. Yeah.
who was also a criminal.
That's right. I'm a criminal.
So yeah. Nice.
And each movie got more and more ridiculous, and I don't know where
This
they're
movie-
going with the next one. Well,
Let
I
me
told someone
They're gonna drag race on Mars.
they overheard me talking to you where I said they were in space, and I told Richie, yeah, they're in space, and that's not the most ridiculous thing about this movie.
Right.
This movie, I must have said out loud about 5 times. There was a lot of "get the fuck out of here."
Right.
When I'm watching them, go get the fuck out of here.
It's funny this time. Like
Yeah.
this made me appreciate Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, because
Like the first one.
it seemed plausible that they could be
The first one was you bought it. Like, okay, there you go. They raced. I get it.
Yeah.
That could happen.
Yep. Just regular street racing.
Regular street race.
Regular street racing. Non-stop shifting.
I
Doesn't
thought
matter.
I thought the submarine and driving the Lamborghini on the frozen lake. I thought that was super ridiculous. The Rock kicks a torpedo that
I
gets
listened to your
fired.
podcast on that one,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that was hilarious when you guys mentioned that. And I had to watch that scene. I'm like, what is this? Really? I didn't watch the whole movie. I just had to watch that scene. And I'm like, this is
Right.
just fucking ridiculous.
No, it is.
and the only thing I liked in those movies was what's his face, Snake Plissken, Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Yeah. Well, they had to bring in an actor. like two actors. They had to bring in
two actors to cover for not
covering for a cast of people who can't act. So if we have Charlize Theron and Kurt Russell, at least we have cred.
Yeah, but Kurt Russell was hardly in this one.
Still, we have cred because have you not seen the rest of them try to act? Like, yeah.
No, there were lots of long pauses and stares in this movie.
Well, the thing is with Vin Diesel, when when someone shows up and everyone's talking and he's pissed at someone, he's got that face like he's pissed. And then when Han showed up, he had that same face, like he was pissed at something. Like, is he upset with Han?
Yeah,
and he hugged him with fists. He had his fists there. Oh, come on.
He hugged him and was like, "I am Groot." Because that's the best acting that he's ever done.
Well, this thing starts off with a like a flashback,
like a prequel almost.
Yeah,
this was like the best they can do as far as a prequel. Like they can't do a prequel.
Yeah.
So this is the best they can do.
So they got
it was Days of Thunder.
Danny Toretto driving in a stock car race. Dom Toretto, who
let me tell you,
must have had plastic surgery at some point because looked nothing like Vin Diesel.
No. So if it didn't say 1980, what did it say, 1980 on it, or 1985,
or 88, something like that.
If it didn't give the year, you would have swore it was Dom going to be in the fucking
car
coming out of the right. And I'm just like, this cat is not driving NASCAR. I mean, you can, but whatever.
It's not the car; it's the driver, man.
Well, that's the thing. Like when NASCAR, NASCAR is not a.
That wasn't NASCAR, dude. That was just a stock car race,
right? But still, it's the same thing. Like
just an oval,
right? NASCAR is not a sport where you need to be a athlete.
Nothing, not so rigorous and so much training required. It's just. Can you drive fast? Can you drive fast in traffic?
Right.
Well, you'll look like a couple of monkeys fucking a football out there.
In shape because it does take a lot out of you.
Yeah, I understand. But I argued this with someone, and I said, if you give me the shape I'm in right now, 3 years of driving a car and training, I can race in NASCAR. I might not win, but I can race. You give me those same 3 years, I'm not making the NFL. I'm not making the NHL. I'm not making the NBA. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like,
what about the PBA?
Not even the PBA. Well, Pro Bowl probably, because it only took me 6 months to learn how to bowl. So that's different.
3 years of constant bowling, you can't make the Pro Bowlers tour.
That's what I'm saying. Like 3 years of constant, I can definitely make. 2 weeks of me with my bowling balls that are sitting in my garage, I can fucking go bowling with these guys.
Dude, you got a killer hook.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that was like that was my point. Like, it's a skill more than it's like
right.
You're not going to make the,
as they say with bowlers, it's not a sport if you can eat French fries while you're doing it.
100%. I say that all the time. Bowling is not a sport. If they could deliver French fries to your alley and you could still bowl a 300, that's not a sport. Like if you need, and I'll raise my hand, if you need a Long Island iced tea to make you bowl better, which I have done, that's not a sport. Like no one's jamming Gatorade. They're bringing me a fucking beverage, like an alcoholic beverage. I'll calm down. I'll start bowling again. That's not a sport.
I only like those ball polishers.
Wow. I still have 3 bowling balls. I haven't bowled out here yet.
I've got one, and it's about to go out to the trash.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah,
I love it. I miss it.
Well, Richie's got his number 1 ball for the hooks.
That is 2.
Then I
have 2 of them.
And then
I have 2 of those.
2 of those, and then he's got the smooth one.
Spare ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just for the 10 pin or the 7 pin. Pro goes longer and snaps in, and the Black Widow you have to throw into the oil because it has a lot of rotation. So
got it.
You're a regular ludicrous with your technical.
Oh yeah, look at him. Yeah.
Numbers don't lie, baby.
Numbers don't lie. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me text my bartender.
So starts off with the race. There's another driver. He's driving dirty. Michael Rooker is not that driver, as he was in Streets of Thunder, or
Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder. That's right. What was Streets of Thunder?
I don't know.
Streets of something. That was that movie with Michael Paré and Willem Dafoe.
Nope.
Streets of Fire. That's what that movie was called. I'm sorry.
Was that a racing movie also?
No, it was like a street gang movie.
Oh.
Willem Dafoe played the leader of this motorcycle gang. And, the climax was him and Michael Paré fighting with sledgehammers, dueling.
Wow.
Which wasn't like this movie. It was much more realistic than this movie. So Papa tells Dom, hey, a real man, what does he say?
I don't fucking
like
remember.
a real man knows when not to fight. Something like that.
Come on.
Like, oh, I'm the better man. Hey, be the better man. And Dom's younger brother, Jacob, who looks nothing like John Cena.
Nothing.
Right. Except the haircut.
The haircut.
They had the part down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the evil driver clips his bumper. Papa Toretto goes flying up into the air and explodes into flames.
Yeah.
Later, the young kid is going to go beat up the other driver with a wrench. And Dom comes and tells him, get out of here, kid.
Yeah. I'm going to beat him up with a wrench.
And then he beats him up with the wrench and goes to jail.
And the driver's just like, if you ain't first, you're last. That's why your daddy died. Because if he went first, he's last.
So we cut back to the present. Oh no, it goes further than that. Dom gets out of jail, and the Jacob is now like the king of the street racers. And he goes, who's gonna race me? Who's gonna race me? And then Dom comes up and says, I'm your Huckleberry.
You go,
Now, did they dub in that kid's voice with
no, unfortunately. They should have, but they didn't.
his, did he dub in? I guess not.
Thank you.
I had to turn subtitles on. Oh, no, I had to watch this one without subtitles. Because it would have helped having subtitles, because Tom Toretto does nothing but mumble throughout this entire movie.
It would have helped if it was shot in Dolby.
If they did it in Doubly.
Dolby.
So they race, and Dom goes, I knew you were the one who killed our father, so we're going to have a race, and if you win, you can come home. If not, you just keep driving. And of course,
but he didn't want to come home,
right.
So it's like, why even bother racing? I don't want to come home anyway.
So they go racing. Dom wins, of course, and then Jacob goes driving off in tears.
In tears, screaming, no.
He beat me. My brother beat me.
And we cut back to the present where Dom and Letty are on this farm with Dominic Toretto's son.
Right. Why did he have to fucking hide in the cubby like fucking Mad Max?
I don't know.
Twister.
Like,
A car comes up and he makes the kid hide in a hiding hole.
yeah.
And him and Letty pull out guns and they are trained on the car, but
Like I was waiting for that little kid to fucking throw a boomerang or something.
and
That's
then
what I was waiting for.
and then Roman comes out of the car, and it turns out it's his old buddies, Ludacris and Roman and the hacker girl.
Right.
and they say, "Oh, we received this vital transmission from Mr. Nobody, Kurt Russell,
Right.
and it was only meant for us because Kurt Russell, of course, has no other people to send it to."
Right.
And they have to go to this place, and Dom says, "Oh, I'm not going."
It's not our life anymore. It's not our life.
But Letty goes.
Right. Because she's like, that ain't my kid.
And then Dom finds out, he sees something on the transmission tape that leads him to believe that his brother is involved. And he shows up at the transport plane. And it's funny
Right
how
before Wheels Up.
it's funny how they can just summon a covert transport at a moment's notice.
And who Kurt Russell's role is what again? What is he like a
He's
military?
No, he's like a super covert secret CIA type guy.
Oh, got it. And
That's why
he was supposed to be on that plane that they're tracking?
Yeah, he went down on that plane.
Got it.
So
Oh, yeah, Mr. Nobody is the sorry, just laughing at Kenny. Go ahead, Jim.
you said Mr. Nobody is what? You
I know,
never finished your thought.
I lost my
Sorry.
train of thought.
Sorry, I fucked it all up.
So they go to where the plane is, and they said, "Oh, we don't want." And the hacker girl says, "We don't want to mess with the military here, so you know the military is going to show up."
Right.
And they all seem to go to stormtrooper school because because they couldn't hit
God.
a single car.
Single car. And even when Tyrese is out running, he's running like he's putting his arm up like the bullets are just like ricocheting around him and they're not going to affect him. It just seems so just so ridiculous. It was like clear and present danger when what's his name went down after the bomb was behind him. Something exploded behind him and he put his arm up like this just to block and fall. But Tyrese is all running like this is going to stop any kind of bullets from hitting him.
And then when they're driving over the landmines, bombs are going off. The landmines are blowing up like right next to them, yet not affecting them at all. Not even Letty on the motorcycle.
Yeah,
with an explosion right behind her. This movie just decides, the laws of physics don't matter don't matter a bit in this movie.
Superhero movies are hard enough to believe. Then you throw this shit in.
Well, the thing is, it's like they come up against these like giganto vehicles with their little cars, and they stop the giganto vehicle with the little cars.
And I guess his transport took all their muscle cars with them.
Yeah, they always travel with their like when you're off-roading, you want a 1970 Dodge Charger,
right?
Yeah.
or a fucking 73 fucking Nova.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not a Jeep. At least fucking Ludacris was in a Jeep.
Yep.
He's smart enough to be like, guys, there's other cars. Just saying, there's other.
And Roman finally was in a practical vehicle, that big armored vehicle. Instead of he was the one driving the Lamborghini on top of the ice pack.
Right. And unlike Indiana Jones, where they showed him fall on the bridge and climb up.
Right.
Because that's what would have happened.
A rope bridge.
Yeah.
Is that Jeep would have fucking plummeted to its death and you would have just saw a mushroom.
Yeah. Like the bridge collapsed cartoon style where it hung in the air.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then what did Dom have like a super like how did he attach the rope?
Okay,
to the bumper.
Okay, first off, there's no way any of those vehicles go 80 miles an hour on that terrain.
No,
right,
not at all. 45 tops. with dirt kicking back.
Yeah. 2 is that was the most. I thought that was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, but it was only up until that
only
point.
The beginning.
Yeah. Yep.
Where Dom drives up and onto one of the cables that was holding up the bridge. The cable wraps around the front wheel, like wraps around the front axle.
Right.
And then the vehicle swings to the other side of the... It wouldn't swing down and smash into the wall.
Or snap off.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a little Fast and the Furious real life. Real life. All right. Kenny was in the car with me. Okay. All we did was jump a 6-foot bridge.
Yep.
Okay. Not even Fast and the Furious style. Maybe 35, 40 miles an hour. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
We hit it. We cleared the bridge, mind you. But because I turned the wheel and I landed, the axle snapped and we rolled to a stop. So there was nothing that.
Well, Dom's car is custom, baby.
Well, my 1980 Buick Skyhawk was not what Dom was driving.
Yeah.
So
it's improbable that he would drive up on that thing and that the cable would wrap itself around his wheel. That's a lot. That would be lucky.
Like,
that would be lucky
if that happened
without snapping.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Then the whole car swings, but it was the thing for the bridge. So there wasn't like something in the middle, sitting out in the middle of space, swinging the car like a pendulum to the other side.
Right.
You know, the car would just, even if it was attached to that cable, just smash against the side of the
correct
cliff.
Oh, but the nitrous boost picked up for that, right?
Right.
Oh yeah, the nitrous boost.
And mind you, Kenny and I did not have nitrous, and we were going 35 miles an hour, and our tire snapped. Just saying, throwing that out there.
The car swings over, lands on the other side, rolls over 100 times, and they're perfectly fine in it.
Yeah, totally.
Perfectly fine. That was a close one.
Well, during our jump, Rich, I'm pretty sure we were cracking up the whole way through.
That was true.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Also, I forgot when Letty jumps up into the air in a motorcycle and the other ATV clips it and she goes flying and Tom catches her on the hood of the car. It's like the hood of the car is not a friggin' net or a mattress.
No, it's metal.
It's metal. And if you fell 20 feet onto metal,
you would hurt yourself.
You would hurt yourself.
Yes. There was a lot of stuff in this. I'm just like, shouldn't he be dead right now? And we'll get there because we're not there yet. But like everything, I was like, shouldn't he be dead right now? I don't care how much roids you take.
Well, they made fun of Roman, but he was right. When he said, we've been through all this stuff and not a scratch.
Right.
You know, I don't have a scar. I don't have anything because because Roman doesn't realize he's in a movie.
Right.
He's got to make that leap of logic.
Well, we did have a member of the crew here, you know, go through the window on the Monza, and he was just fine afterwards.
Nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about with that guy, and he did just fine. And I think one time, even with a motorcycle, he might have rammed it right into the building.
Yeah,
he was fine.
Yeah, like Kenny had flipped his mom's car and had fucking scratches. He didn't go unscathed.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, we forgot Dom's sister shows up.
Yeah, I have a thing. So go ahead. So I've been waiting for this because
Dom's sister shows up and says, "Oh, Jacob's my brother too, and you knew Jacob was around, and you didn't tell me. And don't worry, the kids are being watched by the dead guy."
Yeah, that's so weird.
Brian's watching them.
Yeah, they have the best sitter. It's Brian from the grave. So, like, no one's watching. They're latchkey kids. Come on. But so I have a beef with her. So
You got a beef? What's your beef?
she was involved in all this stuff, and then and I'm jumping ahead, but I have to say it now because I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
Feel free.
so Ludacris and the Ludacris broad, what's her name? The hacker. They were
I don't know what her name is.
Her name, yeah.
the cute. She's super cute. English accent.
Oh man, what the heck?
Whatever.
On, I'll find it.
The Ludacris broad. Same
The hacker
character.
woman.
Right. The hacker. So she's a hacker. Ludacris is a hacker. When did
No, Ludacris is not a hacker per se. He's more of an electronic and mechanical.
No, I understand that,
genius.
but like he can work his way around a computer if he needed to. When did Dom's sister fucking become? Didn't she work at Dairy Queen in the first movie or some shit like that?
Her name's Ramsey. No,
Yeah,
she was a hacker.
In the first movie, she wasn't
in the first movie.
No. I'm talking about Dom's sister.
Oh,
Didn't she work at Dairy Queen?
Richie, a lot has happened since then. They've all become international spies.
So you go from fucking.
He was just a street racer, dude.
So you go from mastering Dairy Queen's patented swirl to a fucking government hacker. Like she had a problem fucking making a blizzard. Like she didn't know to turn it
Wait a
upside
minute,
down.
His sister wasn't a hacker.
No, she in this movie she was like, blah, 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 I'm in. She goes, I'll get in. I'm like, when did you become a hacker? You worked at Dairy Queen.
Oh, wait a minute. I must have put that out of my mind.
Yeah,
But she was hacking too, not the hacker woman.
the hacker. She was in the one of the vehicles when they were going with Elon Musk there.
Yeah. With Elon Musk?
Yeah, the fucking
The rich guy.
the super rich guy who owned everything. The evil Elon Musk.
Yeah, that was like his name was like Otto or something.
Yeah.
Otto. That's
Whatever he was. He had that whole Elon Musk thing about him. So, but she was just like, "Oh, I'm in. Let me get." I'm like, "Wait a minute. You were fucking. You gave me a fucking blizzard the other day, and you ruined it. You didn't put enough M&Ms in.
You don't know.
Ask for extra M&Ms.
Yeah, I turned it upside down and it fell out.
It fell out. You're like,
What kind of shit is this?
I can't believe you can't wrap your mind around someone who was
Used to work
working
at
at an
Dairy
ice
Queen.
cream shop could be an international spy.
It's fucking funny.
Part
Anyway,
time.
go ahead.
Part time.
Part time. Well, that was the thing. She was working part time at the Dairy Queen because she was hacking.
Yeah.
So anyway, go ahead. Back to we're still at fucking.
So
We haven't even gone to the fucking.
they find this thing that looks like a little half dome.
Yeah.
And they said, this is what Miss Nobody wants us to get. And John Cena like pulls a belloc and goes, yoink. This is mine, fella.
Yeah.
And
so
takes
it
off.
Looks like half of those. What's those sphere things that open up real big and go real small? And open up?
The geodesic dome.
Yeah, it looked like.
Oh,
half of
you
that.
mean the Hoberman sphere?
Yeah, the Holdman sphere.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked like half of that. Like
So apparently, in the previous movies, you had this hacking device that could hack into anything,
Right.
and they had to stop the bad guys from getting that
Cypher.
hacking. Cypher, what's her face? Charlize
And-
Theron.
and why did they put her in Mysterio's Magneto's jail?
I don't know. My
Like-
point is, when I saw that, I'm looking at it, I'm going, where's she go to the bathroom?
Not only that, but why is she in like plastic?
I don't know.
Was
Like,
she
putting her in a
incarcerated? Like, was she supposed to be in jail? Is that
Yeah.
Not in
that was-
jail. That was them.
They captured her.
That was Otto.
Otto.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what was the whole,
Well, I guess a big play on magnets in this movie.
Yeah, a lot of
what was
magnets.
she gonna do?
Maybe she could control something. Who knows? I mean, Dom was more like the Hulk in this one, and
Yeah.
she's Magneto.
Oh, when he did that Samson thing during that
God.
fight,
That was so horrible.
raising his hands up. "Arr!"
Yeah.
And it's like,
taking on a crowd like the Hulk, and he's able to get up out of it and pull down
Yeah,
all the cement.
Yeah, just so if you have I don't care how many steroids you have, if you have like 14 guys punching you and kicking you,
Yep.
you lost.
Well, that John Cena fight where they're punching through walls and then he like takes him into the other room and Dom's head goes through the door jamb.
Yeah.
That's what
Like
that
makes
was
a head-shaped hole through the door jamb.
that was my point. Like, shouldn't he be dead?
Yes, he should be.
And then when the tattooed roided out guy, the henchman,
Yeah.
was fighting John Cena at the end, and he went through the fucking street sign. I'm like,
Yes.
dude, that's it. You won.
Yeah.
Unless those street signs are made out of fucking balsa wood.
Yeah. So that dome is half of this device where if you put it together, you can control every computer system on the planet. My thing is, they
Who
say,
creates that?
but here's the thing. Mr. Nobody says this cannot fall into enemy hands, right? So we have to keep this secret because no one should be allowed to use it ever. So why don't they just destroy the freaking thing? Like when
I
they
always
get
say
that,
that.
when they got the second half of it later on, they get the second half of it. Why didn't they just break it? Then John Cena's plan is over.
Use one of the two overpowered fucking cars and run it over. Like,
Like,
like
what
Right.
were they saving it for? Oh, so the bad guys can steal it?
wow. Yeah, I'm yeah.
So
Anyway, go ahead. We have a lot more to talk about.
so then they said we got to split up if we're going to figure this one out.
Right.
Mia and Letty, you go to Tokyo. Ludacris and Roman,
You go to space.
you go to Germany and where these guys are.
Edinburgh.
Yeah, Edinburgh. And where did Dom go?
Oh, we're gonna walk around here in a circle. that is basically it.
Dom went to
London.
to see what's her face,
Thank God she was in it.
Helen Mirren. Yeah.
Again, we got to pepper in credible actors.
Now you didn't see the previous movie, Kenny, so you
No.
don't know that Helen Mirren is Jason Statham's mother,
Oh,
and they're
Okay.
like a criminal family.
Not in real life.
right.
Just-
Okay. Got it. So she still steals cars for a living? I mean,
Everything. She'll steal everything. She'll steal anything.
She just likes
Oh.
stealing.
She's a stealer. She's a thief.
She's the stealer.
She's
got
a
it.
stealer.
So Ludacris and Roman go to see the guys there working on a rocket car as if one of those never existed before. There's plenty of cars that have rocket engines that they have them at drag races and stuff like that. I saw a rocket car when I was 15 years old at a drag strip.
Did you?
Oh yeah, Raceway
Yes,
Park.
I did. It was
Yeah.
it was loud as fuck, man. It blasted my eardrums.
Did it go into Space Jam?
No, it
Then you didn't
just
see a
drove
rocket
real
car.
fast down the drag strip.
Then you didn't see no rocket car.
Oh, you put a rocket engine on a Fiero?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
A car
there's a
that's
lot-
known for burning up, first of
Right.
all.
exactly.
And this now I saw Tokyo Drift way back when,
Oof.
and
yeah.
that guy that was in this area that was building that Fiero, he's from Tokyo Drift.
Is he?
Right. Yeah, those dudes are from Tokyo Drift. I never saw Tokyo Drift, so I had to
Me neither.
read about
Like-
that in Wikipedia.
He's
Well, the
kinda
only
got,
one
like
I-
that country boy twang to him, right?
Yeah,
That
the only
guy.
one I know is the dude because he's fucking from fucking Sling Blade.
Is that the kid from Sling
Oh,
Blade?
that's where I saw him before.
Yeah,
Is that him?
yeah, that's the dude from Sling Blade.
Wow.
He's the guy that worked in the.
No, he's the
No, the
kid
kid.
in Sling Blade.
That's the kid in Sling Blade.
That's the kid in Sling
No.
Blade. Fuck
No.
you! It's the
Come
kid in
on.
Sling.
now I gotta look that up.
IMDb the shit
Yeah.
out of that, my friends.
I'm doing
Look
it now.
that up because I am dubious.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I hope you told it if you won't. till I give out. And that boy lives in his heart.
That's an awful big place for a boy
that's
to
an
be.
awful, yeah, that's an awful big place for a boy to be. He's a good boy.
Lucas Black. Let's see
That boy
now.
lives in his heart.
Yep, you called it, man.
Fuck
Sling
yeah, I
Blade.
called. I knew.
Holy moly.
Because he was in what other fucking movie he was in? I was like, holy shit, it's a kid from Sling Blade.
Pee Wee Reese, 42. Promised Land, 7 Days to Utopia.
It
No.
must be 42 that I saw him in.
No. Oh yeah, 42. That's right.
Yeah.
Jarhead.
No,
But
40,
it was another one that he was in. Keep going.
Deep Water.
Nope.
Friday Night Lights.
Yep. But keep going.
Killer Diller.
I don't know.
Cold Mountain.
Nope.
All the Pretty Horses.
Nope.
Let's see. Crazy in Alabama.
No, I don't. But it was one of those weird ones. I was like, holy shit, kid from Sling Blade.
Our Friend Martin. The X-Files.
Mm-hmm.
okay,
of
so enough
Mississippi.
of this dude.
Yeah, enough of this guy.
Yeah.
Great.
I hope you told it if you won't. Till I give out.
So they find out, they're using a lot of electromagnets.
Yeah.
So they're using an electromagnet to try to steal something in another place. And they fly around, and Dom catches Jacob using an electromagnet.
Mm-hmm. They also pull when there were all those henchmen were around, and they fucking used the electric magnet. They all their guns and shit and their pins for their smoke bombs, but not the smoke bombs.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Not the smoke, not the metal fucking smoke bombs.
And they were bad smoke bombs because there's hardly
were.
any smoke came out of them.
Hardly any.
Right.
Just yeah.
That's right. And that's right. The smoke bombs are metal. Maybe they're aluminum. If they're aluminum, they won't be attracted by the.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
No, they're still metal.
So they use the electromagnets. They chase each other all around the city. Dom doesn't care about civilians dying because he leads.
Wait a minute. Wait. Let's go back to the electromagnets, because that wasn't the first introduction of the electromagnet.
Well, the first introduction was catching the car as they that John Cena drives off the cliff.
Yeah, a jet fighter with an electromagnet catches a Mustang as he's flying off the cliff.
Yeah. I really thought. I really thought.
Sorry,
it's not possible.
I really thought his name was going to be Tom.
Tom who?
Like Dom. Tom.
Oh, Tom Toretto. Dom Toretto. Tom Toretto.
Hi, I'm Tom.
It's Palm Toretto.
Yeah.
There's one, he keeps going to jail. His name's Fred, but we call him Con Torello.
Anyway, keep going. So,
by the way,
in
John Cena's middle name is Felix.
In real life?
In real life.
John Phoenix Cena? Cena?
Not Phoenix. Felix.
Felix.
Yes.
All right.
Felix Anthony Cena.
Wow.
So do you like him now, Rich, or still no?
No, he was terrible in this movie.
Well, don't get me. All right. So I was not expecting him to be
good,
like
because
when John Cena's in.
You saw him in Suicide Squad.
No, but like when I hear John Cena's in a movie, trust me, I'm not going to be like, dude, this dude has acting skills. I'm not going there. I'm just like, what shit show? I mean, Vin Diesel's a fucking terrible actor. Like I said, the best,
and he's supposed to be an actor,
right? And he's been in a ton of shit, but the best, the smartest fucking role he's ever taken was Groot. That's his pinnacle. Like that's the fucking ceiling.
I don't know. The Iron Giant.
My Babysitter.
See what I mean? Like I am Groot. I am Groot.
Was he like, My Babysitter? Or was he the Protector? I forget what he was. Where he played
the pacifier.
Oh, the pacifier. That's right. that was
but Iron Giant. He was just like Groot there. That might have been his way into being Groot. Did you guys watch the Iron Giant? That was an animation.
No.
And yeah, and it just seemed kind of grunts and stuff, just robotic.
Well, yeah, that's his fucking wheelhouse.
Yeah.
That's
So somehow Dom figures out by just searching his memories that Jacob really didn't kill his father on purpose.
wow. You're going way ahead
Yeah, he's underwater for like 5 minutes there.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
Oh.
without dying.
The underwater thing. Okay. They're in that secret place. They're being attacked by all the henchmen. Dom locks the door and tells Letty, you go on and I'm gonna delay them. So while he's fighting them, she doesn't leave.
No.
He could have went through that door. They could have locked it. They could have got out of there before any of those guys showed up. What did Vin Diesel stay for?
So he can go underwater and think about his past.
Yeah, so that's right. So while he's underwater, he flashes back to many scenes. He sees his father in his dreams. Oh, Dom.
Making a shitty phone call.
Yeah,
Right.
your brother Jacob is innocent.
Yeah.
He did not kill me.
Yeah. His dad's on the phone ordering Domino's in his dreams.
Now, here's the thing. Okay, Jacob did the thing to the fuel line because his father wanted him to do that, so he would stall out and lose the race.
Right.
He was throwing the race. So when Dom gets out of jail, or any point before that, when he gets out of jail and he says, I know what you did, you killed our father and all that, why didn't Jacob just say, well, he told me to do that?
Because then they couldn't go to space.
Yeah, I'm going. At some point, all someone had to do was say, "Yeah, Dad was trying to throw the race, and he told me to do that, but he didn't want you to know because he didn't want you to think bad of him."
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, you're a judgmental bitch.
Yeah, you judgmental bastard that you would assume I would kill my own father.
Yeah. So fuck yourself.
So, yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So Dom goes through regression therapy while drowning and figures out that his brother Jacob's not such a bad guy after all.
All while underwater.
Right. But he still got to stop him.
Yeah.
From taking over the world.
I either got to stop him or turn him back to good.
So the plan is
family.
They mount the magnets in all these little cars.
Right.
And they're going after this giant mammoth car.
Which wouldn't skew the little cars doing anything.
Yeah. I'm just saying they flipped up that giant car, that giant truck with two little cars hitting the brakes at the same time.
Yes.
It just, physics just took the day off on that one. So meanwhile, Roman and Ludacris are in space.
This is my favorite.
In the Space Fiero.
So Sling Blade's kid straps a rocket to a car. Not a, proven I can go into space with this car. Just a rocket to it. Like you said, like to make it faster.
They probably used a lot of Flex Seal on the windows.
I was going to say, because how did they get it through the atmosphere without blowing a tire?
There were no tires.
There wasn't?
No.
No, there were tires.
There were tires on that thing.
There were tires when it was on the ground, but when you notice when it's out in space, and those it's doing its detachment of
right. They were just on spinners,
boosters. There was no tires when those boosters detached. It was all sealed.
Oh, okay. I thought they were just on some spinners.
So it was like full James Bond moment. Like it just sealed those things.
But they rigged it so that the attitude jets on the thing were controlled by the shifter and the steering wheel.
Yes. So like the ohms bursts and everything were all controlled by
yes.
So I have a question. With all the Dairy Queen hackers out there in this movie, the only way to hack into it was to be that close to it.
You have to be close. As you learned in Independence Day, you got to be close to hack. No, she says, you gotta be right there. You gotta be right on that satellite to hack into it.
Well, then
Wireless communications?
why didn't they shoot some info to the people on the space station, and when it passed by them, they can hack into it?
No, you have to you got to plug into the thing.
But they didn't plug into it.
No, because they just crashed into it. Which, if that's all they had to do,
Yeah.
Why didn't they do that?
why didn't they?
That was my point.
Why wasn't that the plan in the beginning? Instead of hacking it, just destroying it.
I have an idea. Let's just go destroy it. Oh, then we don't have to worry about hacking into it. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah,
Because it's destroyed. Like, send up a fucking missile. This is where it's going to be. Let's shoot it down.
Just send up an electromagnet. It's the only car that didn't have an electromagnet.
I know.
That fucking candy
Dude,
wrappers.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh, that's so.
That's how they could have got back to Earth.
So John Cena gets double crossed by Otto, who says, "Oh, we're having a problem with the thing on the roof because that's where you normally put a control console, on the roof of your vehicle. We're having a problem up there. Go out there and fix it." And they send that big bruiser out to beat up John Cena and throw him off the truck. Now, here's my problem with this movie all the way through. Nobody shoots anybody. Everyone leaves them alive to come back later.
Well, we don't shoot in fast movies, Jim. We drive.
They're getting shot at plenty.
Trust me, I agree with you. If more of them just had
instead of sending John Cena up to the roof to work on the thing, why didn't you just shoot John Cena?
Yeah, I agree. Like that's like, it's like Dr. Evil made his plans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I got this from Dr. Evil. What do you mean it's not going to work? It's not going to work.
So Otto made a deal with Cypher, and Cypher is flying at them with that super plane. And Tom figures out a way to launch a car at it and destroys the super plane. But she was flying it by remote control.
Right.
She
It was a
wasn't
drone.
actually in it.
Right. It was a drone.
It was a drone.
Yep.
But they made it look like she was in it. And then, so she's alive to terrorize Dom another day.
Yep. Fast
like-
10.
Yep. That was like a Guardians of the Galaxy moment when they're all using those drones coming around and Guardians of the
Yep.
Galaxy 2, right?
All right.
And the way they transitioned from location to location was just like Marvel. When they announced the planets that they were arriving at.
Yeah.
Here's the country or city that we're arriving at. And it was just so ridiculous.
So bad. Yes.
Fast and ridiculous.
So everyone goes to Dom's house to have a barbecue or something, as they usually do.
Right.
And you see Brian's car pull up at the end.
Whose car is that?
Brian.
No, it's not Brian's.
Yeah. and
That blue skyline?
The blue car at the end is Brian.
No, that's the blue car from, that's Jacob's car from when he was younger.
No. In the other movie, Brian was driving that blue car. They said, "Here's Brian." Brian shows up at the end, but you don't see him. He was just there to join the to join the rest of them.
No,
No.
dude, that was Jacob.
They just said there's an open seat or like
There's an open seat, and it was Jacob's fucking
No,
blue car.
they meant Brian for the
No.
open seat. Yeah, because
It was Jacob.
it wasn't Jacob.
Rewatch this shit movie. It was Jacob.
Okay, here's right here in Wikipedia. The team celebrates their success with a barbecue at Dom's house. While preparing to say grace, Brian O'Connor arrives in his car.
But he's dead.
He's not dead in the movies. He's watching the kids.
I get it. Oh, all right. I just assumed he was dead.
No. Remember a couple of movies ago when they had that
No.
they had the scene of them driving next to each other, him and Brian, and then Brian takes an off ramp and they split up. That's the
Right.
car Brian was driving.
I see.
There's always a rumor of Paul Walker's son coming into play, Paul Walker.
Oh, okay. See,
Right.
I don't pay attention that close.
But I
Jim.
thought
Oh,
I really
thought it
thought
was
that was. I thought that was Jacob as well.
as
Yeah.
as did I.
No, it was not Jacob.
Okay, so Jacob's not coming to dinner then.
No,
He's not
that
invited.
seat was Ryan's seat.
Ah,
Dom's
Where
best friend in the world.
yeah,
His brother, because his family.
His family. That's right. I am Groot. I am Groot in a car.
And then
Then there's a mid-credit scene where Han confronts
Yeah.
Jason Statham, who killed Han in the previous movie, but somehow that was staged by Mr. Nobody.
Right. I've done better.
So I think this is a red herring that he goes to see Jason Statham and basically said, I think Jason Statham was in on the staging of the death.
Ah,
so who's he hitting in the punching bag? Is that Otto?
no.
No,
it's
just some dude.
Some dude.
Oh,
It's just to show how mean he is.
Yeah.
got it. Okay, but Hans shows up at the door.
Yeah,
Is it right?
because
At his door.
when last we saw one of the movies, I forget which one, shows Han at the end of Tokyo Drift and Jason Statham kills him.
Right. Was it?
It was
Tokyo
like
Drift that he
he was
killed?
in a crashed car, and then Jason Statham hits him.
Right.
He's driving away. Jason Statham hits his car, and then goes and supposedly shoots him.
So nobody ever dies.
Yeah. So
Nobody.
Jim, unlike your really well thought out and perfectly planned Ted Lasso show, I don't pay attention to stuff like this. So I don't know. I really thought I didn't know it was Brian. I didn't know it was Brian. I thought it was Jacob. So just so you know, in my head, Vin Diesel's a tree.
Dude, you've seen at least half of these movies.
I know, but it doesn't mean I fucking pay attention. And I'm not gonna know shit after this one. Like when we watch Fast 10, I'm like, did they go to space? No, I'll remember that.
Yeah, how can you
You'll
forget that
remember
one?
the space.
I'll remember the space, but I won't remember half
An
of it.
intricate storyline like that.
Yeah.
That's hard to remember. But
Because
the
right now,
ridiculous shit is so stupid. How can you forget it? It's like train wrecks.
right. So normally they shovel bullshit in. This one they brought it in by the truckload.
Oh God. Did they ever?
Also, there's a lot of unnecessary shifting in this movie.
It's to show that people can still drive stick.
Well, but the thing is, when they were in that jungle, right, driving through the minefields, and they were supposedly driving at least 80 miles an hour,
Right.
to avoid the explosions, Ludacris shifts. If he's already going over 80, what is he shifting to? If he's not at the highest gear at that point,
Right. Exactly. Well, maybe he had a downshift to make a left or something.
All in the numbers.
yeah,
It is. It's all in the numbers.
That's all the numbers don't lie. Sometimes you got to shift even when you're going 80.
So if you drive was it a Ford Fiat? Was it or a Ford?
Which one?
What was it?
He had a Mustang.
The space car. No, the space car.
Oh,
Oh.
Fiero,
85
Fiero, okay.
Fiero.
Pontiac.
So yeah. So was it when you drove the Piero, the Fiero, Pontiac Fiero, when you drove that through the satellite, wouldn't you die too?
It's a pretty well-built car.
Yeah, it's armored.
Because I was gonna say the Fiero wasn't a great car to begin with.
Well,
So
they
if,
probably damaged the car, but they couldn't fly home. How was that
Right.
thing going to land? Number one, did you have parachutes?
No, he had duct tape.
And that's why they were able to get out and start waving at the International Space Station.
I'll have you know that the 85 Pontiac Fiero received a 5-star crash rating for both driver and passenger safety.
Okay.
Wow.
That means it's a 10% or lower chance of serious injury.
All right. Well, they were in dive suit helmets.
Yeah.
And dishwasher or like dishwashing gloves, like old school yellow cleaning gloves, but they were black.
All right. Well, one more piece of information and we can get off the Fiero. Okay, because this is pretty good. The Pontiac Fiero is one of the safest cars ever made, despite being made with plastic body panels and no airbags.
Who wrote that? Joe Fiero, who designed it?
Yes, he did.
Right?
Also,
Stop saying they burst into flames. It was one of the safest cars ever made.
Yeah. Side note, performed well in space.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Well, there's no air.
In zero gravity.
It can't burst into flames in space because there's no air, so you can't have fire. That makes it even safer.
All right. Well,
Yeah, it received a rating by Consumers Report of minor injury to driver, minor injury to passenger, and moderate rating for structural integrity.
It had moderate structural integrity. Of course, it can perform well in space.
right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It could withstand not only the thrust of taking off and getting through the atmospheres,
Right.
but also bashing through a satellite and not.
Satellites are flimsy.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. How good are satellites really?
Not really good.
No.
They got to
in
be
gravity,
like super light to get up there.
Yeah. I mean, they fly around the Earth at hundreds of miles an hour without crashing into other satellites. But who know?
in gravity, a satellite or a space or satellite that Russia blasted started tearing apart space stations, and here we are driving through satellites with a Fiero. I don't know.
That's right.
Sling Blade Kid knows how to make a good Fiero fly.
But it blew up. How's that thing even still?
So this got a 59% on Rotten Tomatoes out of 295 critics. 59% were positive. This is a good one. This was from Alonso Duralde from The Wrap. Summarized the film by writing that physics, gravity, and logic in general have long since been thrown out the window. But jolts of pleasure keep coming.
Wow.
Yeah, so this movie made $696.7 million. And this was like right after, this was one of the first movies to come out in the theaters only during the pandemic.
Wow. 700 million almost for this.
This has to be all China.
I don't know, but people love these stupid movies. And they are ridiculously stupid.
2 hours and 23 minutes. It felt like a week.
Of pure adrenaline, baby.
When I saw the 2 hour, I was like, what in the fuck are they going to do for over 2 hours? What are they going to do?
Well, you saw what they did. They went around the world and then outside of the world.
Right.
And how much does it cost to make something like this?
$200 million.
It costs $200 million?
Yeah.
Did they give at least Charlize Theron 100 million of it?
No. Probably a good chunk, but not that much.
Like Charlize, like she's like, I'm not coming out of my house for Like
well, remember, they also had to pay Wonder Woman in this movie because they showed her.
That's right.
So they had to give her a payday because she appeared on film.
So what role? Right. Who is she?
She was Han's girlfriend in the Fast and the Furious movie.
So that was the flashback that showed her talking to Han?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, before she
that was she played Giselle.
Yeah, before she became a boring Wonder Woman, she was a boring fucking fast.
I am not going to accept boring Wonder Woman. The first Wonder Woman movie was great.
You say
great.
Like
the first one.
Don't say great.
Why? It was. I love the first Wonder Woman.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great.
It was great.
It was
a great movie.
It was okay.
I enjoyed it. I had a good time.
This was okay.
Just what about 1984?
Wait a minute. No, there's a difference. First Wonder Woman, I thought was a really good movie, and I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was a really good movie.
Right.
Aquaman, I really enjoyed it, and it was a stupid, terrible movie.
Right.
There's a difference.
Right.
Wonder Woman, I thought was a very good movie.
It was okay.
Aquaman was rough.
Yes, it was.
And when the octopus is playing the Or the octopi playing the drums?
God.
Come on. Getting back to F9.
No wonder I'm having fucked up dreams.
I give this 0 points.
Oh, I'm not rating this movie. You can't rate this movie.
I just saw Billy Madison. That's why I give this 0 points.
0 points.
And may God have mercy on their souls.
Everybody in this room is stupider just for listening to it.
We are all collectively dumber for having listened to it.
Yes. I'm gonna give it the old.
So I give this the rare score of 0.
0. No. I am also, but I'm gonna go old school 0. I'm gonna go Animal House 0.0.
Now I gave Suicide Squad a 2.
All right. 0.0.
Kenny did not give his crosshair.
Go ahead, Ken.
Oh, I give it a 1.
1.
Dude.
Why?
Wow.
Hey, let's be honest here. The real top character of this movie, or top draw of this movie, are magnets.
Okay.
Come on. Magnets rarely play a role in any movie these days.
Ken loves magnets.
I love magnets.
There you go. Dude, this made me appreciate Ludacris.
The numbers?
Ludacris was the best actor in this movie.
That's true.
How like when he was on screen, you were like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah, thank God Ludacris is saying something here, and none of the other ones are.
It made me appreciate Ludacris.
And Roman just kept on saying he's hungry. I'm like, come on, you're really regurgitating that shit.
Yeah. No,
Get him out of
Ludacris.
here.
It took 9 movies to make Ludacris the good actor. Like his acting chops are down. Like when he came on, I'm like, yes, thank God Ludacris is here.
Well, you know what they say? 9th time is the charm.
And the English broad, the cute English broad.
Ramsey.
I liked her too. Yeah, Ramsey.
She was good.
Yeah, I liked her too.
All right. Well, Destroy All Movies can be found at damshow.co, damshow.co, where you can find our other Damn Junior podcasts.
Damshow.co.
Click on the link. It takes you to Amazon. You just buy the way you normally buy. Doesn't cost you any extra money, but Amazon gives us a commission on your sales. You can also, as Richie pointed out, buy us a coffee. Just go and click on the buy us a coffee link where you can throw us a couple of bucks. And it offsets the cost of hosting and equipment. Also go to Apple Podcast or Podchaser or any place that lets you leave a rating and review, and rate and review and tell your friends about the show. Say, hey, this is a funny show. You should listen to. That's my dogs racing to listen to the show. Richie is still staring at his phone, amazed that he clicked the link and got to Amazon.
It works.
Yeah, I know it worked.
If you want to email us, you go to destroymail@gmail.com. Once again, that's destroymail@gmail.com. All right, that's it. Destroy Movies. Fuck off, kids.
That's our new sign off.
That's our new sign off. Fuck off, kids.
Well, we'll figure out a movie to do next week.
Absolutely. I'm Richie.
I'm Jim.
And
Good night, damnation. You like TV? I like TV.
I do like TV.
I watch TV. And today we're going to destroy TV.
Okay.
That's right, kids. Destroy All Movies has a another little fun podcast. Destroy All TV.
Coming at
Destroy
you
All
from
Television.
Damn Junior Podcasting.
Could be classic TV. Could be new TV. You never know. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Mostly,
So if you like-
mostly classic TV, especially
but if you-
bad classic TV, which is almost all of classic
Right.
television.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
For real.
Destroy All Television. Damn show.
Yes, Kids, Destroy All Television. Get it at damshow.co, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.